Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. A while back, someone had asked me, I think I mentioned somewhere that I had prepped for an emergency or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember, but someone had asked me, what exactly did I do or do I do? Or I'm not a prepper. I have no idea about how to prep. I've printed off a few things, checklists in case of an emergency kind of thing, things you might need. And it can be a little overwhelming. And I found it that way. It was bad enough that at the beginning of the pandemic, I was scared when people were going to the store and stocking up on toilet paper of all the stupid things. I mean, Kleenex works, you know. You can always just wipe your butt. Anyway, so in the beginning, I was a little nervous and I started watching prepping videos and went online for Canada's emergency preparedness website on different things, and there was a little checklist on things in an emergency, what you would need. So I only have a few minimum things, but just a few essentials that I don't know, I just thought I would need. So I got some bottled water here. I don't drink bottled water, and I'll have to check to see where the expiry date is on it. Otherwise, I'll give it to my daughter or my son. They can drink it because I don't drink bottled water. I always drink from the tap. I don't like the taste. They put mineral salts to keep, what do they call it? Bacteria and stuff down, whatever it is. And I don't like that taste. Anyway, that's just me, personal. People think I'm crazy, but that's just me. However, in an emergency, you drink water. Let's get on with this. I got myself a first aid kit, and this is one of the government certified from the Canadian Safety Company. This is the company. I'm not sponsored. I'm just telling you where I got it. The list of things on the website for emergency preparedness did mention that you should always have a first aid kit, and this one is quite extensive. What's here? Triangular bandages, mesh wire, aluminum splint, some gauze, a first aid pocket guide, some safety pins, band-aids, lots of band-aids, more gauze. What else have we got here? What is this thing here? A CPR face mask, one-way filtered valve. I'll have to read up on that. And what is in here? These are folded up. Oh, splint padding. Okay, so at least now I know what they are. I never really took a good look at it. I have a small little kit in my car. I was going to put this in the car, but I was a little concerned with, if I never use it and it's sitting in there for a year or two with the weather going up and down, hot and cold. I don't know. I have a small kit, and that's in the car right now. So we keep that handy. I also was a little concerned because, the preppers were talking about, I was starting to get overwhelmed by it all, to be honest. The preppers were talking about, storing food, making sure you have a lot of canned goods, a lot of, the dry foods like noodles that you just have to add water to, hot water or whatever. And I'm just going to move my camera here a little bit. This is my backpack. The package deal, whatever you want to call it, that I purchased was a 72-hour emergency food kit. So it's supposed to be enough food for 72 hours. I can't remember if I think it's a 2-person one that I got because it's just me and Mom. But there's also a 4-person like family kit where the portions are different, obviously. So these are freeze dried. Let me see here. You just add water. Now that's quite a bit in there. And if it's freeze dried and it expands even to double that, that's like more than enough for like Mom and I for a meal or two. So this is like a beef stew, macaroni and cheese product. Notice it's product. Scrambled eggs with bacon, spaghetti and meat sauce. But there were so many varieties that you could choose from. So I just picked those. Sorry, I'm just going to put this all back while I'm talking. I picked those up because I thought they were sort of neutral. And of course, with Mom, I wanted to make sure that there were things that she would eat or that she would like. The other thing that I picked up, I think I got this on Amazon, it's called the Life Straw, and it's a personal water filter. Apparently a lot of hikers use these in their backpack so that they could, it's like a straw so you can drink water like from a creek, and apparently it removes 99.9% of bacteria, 99.9% of protozoa, and it gives you a list there. Filters up to 4,000 liters for this one particular one. And I don't know. I just thought it was a cool idea. So, I mean, it really doesn't take up much room in here, and I thought, why not? I don't know. Maybe I was thinking I'm going to go camping or hiking or something. Whatever. Believe me, I look at it now and I think, you know, maybe I was a little crazy putting all this stuff in here. But then on the other hand, you don't know what life's going to bring. And like I say, I am not a prepper. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just putting things in here that I think I might need. So, bar soap. One little hand towel, face cloth kind of thing. I don't know why I put that in there. Anyway, I've got a bag of disposable gloves, a couple of packages of face masks, some hand sanitizer. Now these are some of these things I'm going to have to sort of change over because hand sanitizer doesn't last forever. I don't know how long this one's good for. I really don't know if they ever expire, but I mean, you would think that whatever the disinfectant ingredient in here, it must have an expiry. I'll have to look into that. Some of the print's too small for me to read, so I'll just check that out later. And the last thing I'm going to show you that I have is this radio flashlight alarm, and it has a cranking mechanism as well as solar power, and it's good for, it's got a phone charger, an earphone, a DC in jack, LED flashlight, a red flashing light, a red flashing emergency light. So I got that on Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but you know, this is kind of a really cool idea to have in, you know, sometimes power outages. Remember, I remember when I was working a few years back. What else have I got? Oh, I got scissors in here. I didn't even know I had those in there. Got scissors in there. Anyway, I'm going to put all these back. During a crisis, you never know how you're going to react. And obviously, I reacted sort of a little bit in a panic. I think I'm going to put that soap, even though it smells good, I'm going to put it in the bathroom because I don't think I need it right now. And It's also in the drawer below where I keep my medications. And we don't take many medications, but I like to have like aspirin on hand, ibuprofen, or things like that. I think I got a small travel pack of Tylenol that I replace every once in a while. Cough medicine, cough drops, Band-Aids, things like that I keep in that people would keep in a medicine chest. I have a drawer because I don't have a medicine chest. But I guess I went a little crazy. I started buying canned foods and dry foods like noodles and pasta, things like that, that you just need hot water or whatever to cook them up. But I, you know, I just felt a little better after I put this together. I kind of feel stupid in a way because I don't know very many people here in my circle of people that do prepping. I never really asked about it. I never really was taught about it. We never talked about it as kids growing up. And so I was a little bit embarrassed about it. But when I told my son about it, and he thought it was a good idea. I just didn't want anybody to panic when I'm doing something like this. I didn't want my family to either think I was crazy or to, you know, panic themselves and start thinking maybe they should do it. And I don't know. I'm 69 years old, and in my lifetime, this pandemic is really the worst thing that's ever happened, aside from a few years back when we had complete blackout in all of Ontario, all of southern Ontario. I don't remember if the north was included or not, but you know, Toronto, Ottawa, all Kingston, all of the grid was totally off. And I remember I couldn't work for a few days. I don't remember exactly much about it now, but at the time it was quite scary not having any electricity. But because I lived in an apartment, we also have an emergency generator in the apartment. So I did have some power, whereas a lot of people didn't. A lot of people who had their own homes and didn't have generators. But these things, the pandemic and that blackout, were the only two things that I remember in my lifetime that we've ever had to be concerned about emergencies. It's not like some areas where you live where you worry about hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, etc., etc. We're very fortunate that we're not, but we're not in that area, or we don't live in that kind of an area. So I guess what I'm saying is that I know some places it's necessary to prep because of the uncertainty of the weather or conditions or whatever. And then when you live in a place that's a little safer, you don't feel the need to. However, you never know. So I just feel a little more secure having put this little kit together. Now I have a checklist. There's things that are, oops, sorry. There are things that are in my backpack that I don't have in there yet. And things like, you know, a good hunting knife kind of thing. Utensils to eat the food. What else? What else? Anyway, there's a checklist. I'm really tired. It's late at night and I'm trying to get this video done. And I didn't want it to be too long. But I just wanted to sort of show you that was what I felt better about once I kind of put this together, the just in case scenario. It may be a little extreme for us Canadians who live in fairly docile areas, but I just felt a little bit better about it when I put this together in the beginnings of the pandemic. Not in the beginnings, but I think it was in the middle of our pandemic. So I think it was around May that I put this all together. Anyway, guys, just to show you what a crazy old lady decided to do, I feel a lot better having it around, and just wanted to share with you. I do have a folder with emergency preparedness lists and checklists and resources that you would need to contact in case of an emergency and all that kind of stuff. I'm going on and on. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me, and we shall see you tomorrow. Bye for now.